Hello, everybody, and welcome to another AEW review. This time it is AEW Grand Slam Mexico. I gotta be honest, I wasn't going to fully review this show, but I guess I just feel like reviewing it anyway. But I mean, I am trying to put AEW reviews in my weekly schedule when it comes to reviewing stuff. But hey, here we go. Since AEW Grand Slam is considered it's kind of considered a pay-per-view. It's considered a pay-per-view. It's sort of like the same thing like they did with that Australia show this year. It's like a pay-per-view, but not really a pay-per-view, I guess. But it was treated like one. So Hangman Page, he opened up the show with a promo, and he was just speaking in Spanish. He was just speaking in Spanish throughout that whole promo, which, makes sense because he's speaking to Mexicans, because they are in Mexico. They were in Mexico for this show. So, yeah, that's pretty much how the show opened up. So the first match is, good gravy, here we go. The first match is a 14-man tag, and I have to be honest, man oh man, these are the kinds of matches I don't really like. These kinds of matches are a hot mess. You've got Adam Cole, Atlantis Jr., Bandito, Brody King, and Daniel Garcia, and Templario. I know, I butcher a lot of people's names. They took on Dax Harwood of FTR and the Don Callis family of Renchikero, Josh Alexander, Konyosuke Tanashida, Kyle Fletcher, Lance Archer, and Volador Jr. Again, I know I butcher these people's names, and I absolutely do apologize for a lot of butchering these names. It's just the weirder names I just have a lot of time pronouncing. Lance Archer, I think this is actually something I should actually mention real quick, since this is a pretty cool fun fact for all of you. A little bit of a fun fact about Lance Archer. This guy used to be in WWE. And I'm going to be completely honest with you, I did not even know that. I did not even know this guy was even in WWE. He apparently wrestled on that old ECW, like the PG version of ECW, the PG ECW, that PG version of ECW that not many people watched, because it was not like ECW at all. So apparently he was on that, and he went by the name Vance Archer. Do you want to know? Because like I said, I didn't know this dude was even on WWE. I didn't even know this dude was up in WWE at all. Do you guys want to know how I knew this guy was in WWE? Not because I saw this guy on TV on an ECW or even a SmackDown. I found out that this guy was a part of WWE because he was on the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 video game. Yep, that's how I knew Lance Archer was a part of WWE, because he was on a WWE video game. Because when I saw this guy, I was like, who the hell is Vance Archer? Never even heard of this guy in my life. So yeah, a little bit of fun fact there, for those who did not know that Lance Archer was a part of WWE as Vance Archer. So Team Adam Cole wins. The babyface team get the win there. So Team Adam Cole get the win there. Kazuchika Okada. This is why I just say Okada, guys. This is why I just say Okada, because it's easier. It's the same thing with Shida. I just rather say her last name instead of her first name, because it's easier to say the last name. Okada took on Mark Briscoe in a solid little match. I consider this a solid match at best. When it comes to that 14-man tag, it was 15 minutes too long. To me, it was 15 minutes too long, and again, it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. I don't really like massive tag matches like that. Massive tag matches like that are a bit, a bit too much. So Okada, he defeats Mark Briscoe in 13 minutes in a fine little match there. Mark Briscoe, I wish I would have known him and his brother Jay Briscoe a lot more. I did hear good things about. I have heard good things about them I have heard good things about them, but I have never even really watched them outside of recently now with Mark Briscoe. But yeah, I wish I got to know the Briscoes more, but I did hear good things about them from my brother and even other promotions. So Okada wins that. Mystico. Sloppy Sin Cara, Mystico, takes on MJF along with the Hurt Business Hurt Syndicate by his side. Same thing. Same bloody thing, just with a different name. So these two guys have 16 minutes, and I think Mystico was the reason why I liked Sin Cara, because again, he was the original Sin Cara. He was in WWE 12, the original Sin Cara. I'm not sure when the original Sin Cara left, when Mystico, the guy who originally played Sin Cara, left WWE, but they eventually just had Hunico play the character, and that's kind of when I stopped caring. But yeah, when Mystico was Sin Cara, I really liked him because he was really cool, and then that whole thing happened. But I did hear he ended up leaving because I think they were trying to limit his style or something. I'm not sure why, but regardless. WWE are always trying to find their next Rey Mysterio, and they just fail miserably. Anyway, so Mystico and MJF have a really good match here, and Mystico wins by disqualification. I know, very disappointing. By disqualification. So Mystico wins this match by disqualification. The Hurt Syndicate beat the crap out of him, beat the hell out of him afterwards. But then they unmask Mystico until Jet Speed come to their rescue. Comes to Mystico's rescue. 4 million pesos four-way. I'm not sure what the hell that means, but okay. Hologram, Leo Rush, Mascara, Dorado, and Ricochet in a fatal four-way. It's probably just like a fatal four-way, just with a Mexican name onto it, I guess. So, this fatal four-way was alright. I've never been the biggest Leo Rush guy, even when he was in WWE. I still remember that one time that Leo Rush made fun of Tennille Dashwood when she got fired by WWE. Like, I still remember that, and I think that is kind of one of the biggest reasons why I didn't like the dude, but regardless, it's all in the past, but still, not the biggest fan of this dude. Kind of disappointed Ricochet didn't win this, because I'm really loving Ricochet as a heel. He's been fantastic as a heel. I'd like to see him eventually get some gold. I would really hope that Ricochet eventually gets some gold through this heel character that he's been doing. It's been fantastic. So, Hologram wins this Fatal 4-Way after 15 minutes of action. It's the internet's favorite women's pro wrestler, Mercedes Moné. She takes on... Oh god, I just watched the match and I just heard them say her name and now I've completely forgotten how to say it again. I think I've completely forgotten how to say it now. Zeuxis is how they pronounce her name. I remembered it now. Nothing more annoying than hearing someone say someone's name that is hard to pronounce and only to forget it immediately. Yeah, Zeuxis, the CMLL Women's Champion, defends against the internet's favorite women's pro wrestler, Mercedes Moné, and I say that in a joking manner because everyone gets mad whenever she wins. But yeah, so Zeuxis defended her title here against Mercedes Moné. The matchup was great. The match was good. It was less than 10 minutes, which is a little bit disappointing because all the other matches went at least 10 to 15 minutes. Kind of a shame that they only got 9 minutes, but they did well with the amount of time they had. And Mercedes Moné is the new CMLL Women's World Women's Champion, sorry. And also, Excalibur mentioned during this match that they talked about how they're in a working relationship with CMLL. They've been talking about how they have a working relationship with them. So I guess you people really shouldn't be mad that Mercedes won the title here because she won the title in a company that they're in a working relationship with. But again, fans will be mad about it anyway because it's Mercedes. Mercedes always wins and she's a Hogan and she has creative control or whatever the bloody hell. But it's so stupid, man. It's so stupid. It's just so darn stupid. But you know, I've got a question for all of you. All the people that have a problem with Mercedes winning titles. Now, in my opinion, obviously I don't have a problem with it, obviously because I'm a fan of Mercedes, but she's been winning all these other championship belts. She's been winning all these other championship belts to help bring exposure to these other promotions, like CMLL, the European Wrestling Association, which is that pink belt that she won, the EWA Women's Championship, that is the European Wrestling Association, and even Rev Pro, the British Women's Championship. That's the other belt she won. What's wrong with Mercedes bringing exposure to these other promotions? And that's the thing. Her winning all these belts helps bring exposure to these promotions. But yet people get mad that she's winning titles from other promotions. So my question is, do you people even watch these products? How many people that complain about Mercedes winning these titles are even aware of these promotions? Has anyone heard of the European Wrestling Association until Mercedes won the title? I guarantee you no one knew about that promotion until Mercedes won that championship. I didn't even know about Rev Pro until Mercedes won that belt. Do people understand why her winning these titles is a good thing? Because it gives more exposure to these promotions that we've never even heard of before. Obviously I'm aware of CMLL. I have been aware of CMLL, mainly because Stephanie Vakir wrestled there, and I also saw Tessa Blanchard wrestle there a couple of times. But yeah, I just don't see the problem here. I just don't see the issue. Does anyone even watch these promotions? Do all the people that complain about Mercedes winning these belts, do you people even watch these promotions? I can almost guarantee that no one on social media even knew or was aware of these promotions until Mercedes won these championships. And here's another question for all of you. who have a problem with Mercedes winning all these titles as a way to give exposure to all these other companies. Why is no one saying that about Los Garza winning the AAA World Tag Team titles? Los Garza, who are Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo from WWE, they won the AAA World Tag Team titles. And you know what I hear on social media about them winning those tag team titles? I hear people being excited about it, saying it's going to help bring exposure to AAA. And people were happy that Trick Williams won the TNA World title, saying how it will bring exposure to TNA. How is that even possible? How is it possible for people to say it's perfectly fine for Los Garza and Trick Williams to bring exposure to other promotions, but Mercedes is doing this exact same thing with all these other promotions, but oh, she's a Hogan and she has creative control. She doesn't lose because she told Tony Khan to put that I cannot lose in my contract, even though it's been disputed several times already, even though it's been proven and disputed many times by Fightful and so many other people that she does not have creative control in her contract, but yet people still say she does, no matter how many times it's been disputed that she does not have creative control. So I chalk it up to this: WWE good, AEW bad. That's what I chalk it up to. Like, AEW can't take other promotions' championships because they are bad, but WWE can do it because WWE good, you know? I just don't see the issue. I just do not see the issue. If you do not have a problem with Los Garza being the tag team champions of AAA and Trick Williams being the world champion of TNA, then you should not be having a problem with Mercedes bringing exposure to CMLL, the European Wrestling Association, and Rev Pro. You should not be having a problem with her bringing exposure to these other promotions. But the only reason why it's bad is because she's not working for WWE. I can already guarantee you, if Mercedes was still in WWE today, and don't tell me I'm wrong, if she was in WWE today, and she beat Marsha Slamovich for the Knockouts title, or she went to AAA and won like the AAA Women's Championship, or whatever the hell their women's title's called, I guarantee you people would be fine with it. I guarantee you people would be absolutely accepting of Mercedes winning those titles because she would be still in the WWE banner as Sasha Banks. She'll be in the WWE banner as Sasha Banks, and she's winning these other promotions' championship belts. But because she's not under the WWE banner anymore, people now hate it. Just face it, you hate that she's being successful outside of WWE. You hate that she's being successful outside of WWE, and it kills you that she left your precious WWE. And also, she also mentioned about how happy she is that she left WWE, because I saw a report that she said that she's happy that she left WWE and she can't live without pro wrestling. Before it was she couldn't live without WWE, but now it's completely changed to I can't live without pro wrestling. It's like she doesn't really care about WWE anymore. It's like she's put WWE behind her. And she had a successful WWE career anyway. So it's not like people should really be mad about it. But that's just how the world is. WWE good, AEW bad. WWE can steal titles from other promotions and say they are... Well, I shouldn't say steal, I should say win. Like, WWE wrestlers can win titles from other promotions and bring exposure to these companies. But if another wrestler from another company decided to do that, they're Hogans and they have creative control. Even if it's been disputed many, many times that Mercedes does not have creative control in her contract. Like, give me a damn break. I guarantee you, the moment Mercedes actually starts losing these belts, which we know is going to happen eventually, I bet as soon as she starts losing all these championships, everyone's going to change their tune and saying that Tony Khan is burying Mercedes. Everyone's tune is going to change if Mercedes starts going on a losing streak. I am willing to put it all on the line to prove my point that people just love to hate people just because. If Mercedes starts losing on AEW TV, like losing her titles and even losing in general, I guarantee you everyone will start having their opinion completely changed, and they'll be all like, oh, Tony Khan is fumbling Mercedes. I'm willing to guarantee that. So Mercedes is the new CMLL World Women's Champion. A video package of Toni Storm plays. Mina Shirakawa appears on stage. Toni Storm's like right behind Mercedes, and I love Mercedes' facial expression here. Her facial reaction to Toni Storm being right behind her, and then Toni Storm smelling her right behind her. Her facial expressions is so good. I love Mercedes and her facial expressions, so good. And then she gets German suplexed, and then she loses all of her titles, like being like you're playing a game of, like you're playing Sonic, and then you get hit by an enemy, and then all these rings just come flying out of you. That's what it looked like when Mercedes took that German suplex. And then, like, she begins running away as Toni Storm is chasing her. And then Mercedes then just hugs a guy in the crowd. Like, it's like she's clutching onto a fan. Like, saying, protect me! Protect me from the evil Toni Storm! She's trying to hurt me! Protect me! It's just great. It's great. Mercedes is awesome. And also, that guy is a lucky fan. And also, that fan is incredibly lucky to get a hug from Mercedes. Very lucky dude. The main event is the Beast Mortis and the Death Riders of Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta and the Young Bucks take on the Ops of Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs and, oh god, I am not trying to pronounce that guy's name. I'm gonna... Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay. I am not attempting that guy's name. I am not attempting to try and say this dude's name. I'm going to get yelled at for saying the name wrong. I already know it. So I'm not going to try and pronounce this dude's name. So the heels win this one. The heel team win this one. Moxley and the Young Bucks look to attack. They begin their attack on Swerve Strickland until Hangman Page comes to the rescue to fight them off. Jon Moxley was about to get the buckshot lariat, but he avoided it, and one of the Young Bucks got a buckshot lariat for his troubles. A Young Buck got a buckshot, which is kind of hilarious. Jon Moxley looks to bring in his briefcase to try and hit Hangman from behind, but Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Hobbs and Swerve and Will Ospreay all get in the ring to defend Hangman, and then Moxley chooses to retreat instead. So, yeah, that's how the show, and that is how the show ends. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of these massive tag matches. These massive ass tag matches are not for me. Like, I'm kind of glad WWE don't really do them much. Like, yeah, they do 6-man tags, but they don't do, like, 10-man tags or 14-man tags. I think they used to. I think I remember they used to do that back in the Diva era, where they used to have, like so many Divas on the roster, so they would just cram them all into one match. Bit annoying. Never really liked that. So, outside of that, like, I enjoyed Mystico and MJF's match. I actually enjoyed that match. I enjoyed Hangman's promo and Hangman coming to the rescue of Swerve against Mox. And obviously, I loved Mercedes and her match, and also her interaction with Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa. Really good stuff. So, that's all I've got for this AEW review, guys. Thank you all for watching, and see you all next time.